Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Heayman podcast. And today I wanted to talk about the break that I've been taking off of Twitch and YouTube. So recently I've taken a couple of days, almost about a week, just to, refresh myself, work on some personal things and everything. I just want to let you guys know pretty much how that's been going and everything. I've been definitely working on trying to just improve my life, improving a lot of different areas, been working out, doing physical stuff, mental stuff, spiritual stuff and all that. So I just want to give you guys an update. But I'm back, back making content. I just took a little bit of time off just to refresh my batteries, I think sometimes it's definitely good to take a moment to yourself, give yourself some time and some rest from what you've been doing, just so that you can recharge and burn yourself out. So I don't know, I feel like recently I've been a little bit burnt out, and so much stuff has happened recently that's been like changing in my life. So I've been working on some other stuff outside of content creating, but now I'm back into it. I feel pretty good. Everything's great. I feel energized. I feel motivated. I feel focused. So this is all actually pretty good. And I'm pretty sure in the future I might take other breaks here, every now and then, but I'll definitely let you guys know. But for this specific break that I took, I definitely wanted to take it just so I can pretty much like reevaluate everything I've been doing so far this year, and to honestly just look back at this year and see like where I came from, what my plans were, what didn't go to plan, what did go to plan, pretty much how I got here. And I've just been like pretty much meditating on like this whole crazy year that is 2020, And I know it's definitely been a hard year for all of us, but I think for me personally, as hard as it is, with the virus and everything, I honestly feel like this year more than any other year, and it's weird to say this, but I feel like I've learned a lot more about myself, about life, about purpose, I think more than I ever have, and during these last couple of days of not making content on YouTube or streaming, I definitely been thinking about that stuff. I think I've learned a lot this 2020, and I matured a lot. And of course, there's still areas I definitely have to work on. No doubt, that just comes with the self-improvement stuff, but this year was definitely a pretty special one for me. Regardless of all of the stuff that's happened that is negative, with the pain and suffering of the virus and how it affected like two family members of mine, or just my outlook on what's been going on with riots or politically or anything like that. I feel like there was definitely stuff that was for sure negative that might have negatively impacted me, but I'm just happy to look past that and see what good came out of this year. And I think a lot of it is definitely good for me personally, and I hope that you guys can definitely look at what 2020 has done for you and what you've done for yourself. I definitely hope that everybody who listens can definitely pick out something that's happened within these last 11 months and pick out something good and hold on to that, because it's definitely been, like I said, a very crazy year, but that's not to say a lot of good didn't come out of it, and I know that, like I said earlier, a lot of stuff didn't go as planned, but I think sometimes that's alright, because how am I supposed to put this? I feel like that's alright because when stuff doesn't go to plan, it requires you to put even more work to figure out what you're gonna do, And I feel like this year I had plans and some of them didn't go as planned, but I feel like I've developed and created an even better one because of that. And I'm definitely thankful for that. And I'm just thankful for this year, I think I've pretty much gone through every single emotion you possibly can about what's been going on recently. And I'm just happy to be where I'm at. Definitely happy to know that the people I love are healthy and safe during this time. And I definitely hope the people who are listening to this, I hope the same for you and your household. I'm just happy to know that obviously the world's not over and everything might not seem fine, but we can do what we can to make it fine and to make it good. You know, it's a whole communicative effort to try to put the world back on course, you know, as we start to slowly recover from the virus heading into 2021. And I think individually too, there's a lot of growth that can definitely come um from pretty much being with your family more and not outside, you know, socializing or stuff like that. I know everybody has opinions about the social distancing stuff, and so do I, but I think that this year, more than probably any other year, for me at least in my 20 years of life, I've spent a lot of time with family, and I'm thankful for that. And that's one of the things I'm thankful for this year is that I got to spend more time with my family and my friends, you know, regardless of what's going on outside of that bubble, my tiny world, you know. And I hope that you guys have done the same. Because I don't know, I feel like this year's given us a lot of opportunities to rekindle relationships, work on relationships, get rid of ones we don't need, and even prepare for the new ones that we will have in the future, you know. As close as everybody's starting to get during these times. And for that, I'm just thankful, you know. I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to talk to you guys about this and to, I guess, express that regardless of anything that's happened, that, you know, we're about to make it out of 2020. You know, we had the endurance, we had the patience, we went through the pain and suffering, but without that sacrifice, none of us would have made it this far, you know. We all had to bust our ass to do something, and we all had to sacrifice to get here. So for that, I think everybody who listens to this should definitely be proud of where they come from, what they're doing for themselves and their family or their friends or their loved ones, whoever it is, you know. And definitely keep fighting on and keep living, you know. This isn't the end of the world, and this is something I definitely do take seriously. And I do think that moving into 2021, I think we'll definitely start cracking down on the virus and getting our world pretty much back to normal, you know, as it should be. But I'm just happy that it really did turn out to be, outside of that stuff, a really good year for me personally. And this break period helped a lot, you know. I had a couple of days to myself, away from friends, away from social media, you know, just away from a lot of things that I wanted to be a part of, but I decided to not be a part of it just for a bit so that I can be by myself and, I guess, just sit there with myself and just really meditate about life and about what's to come next in 2021 and what am I going to do to finish off 2020 strong. You know, definitely pretty good, important stuff right there. And other than that, I've been pretty good, you know. Everything, I really have like no major complaints. And I don't want to sound boastful or anything, but yeah, I'm doing pretty good. And as for 2021, I'm excited for it. Just like I was excited for 2020, you know. I'm excited to do great things. I'm excited to just be out there and just be all that I can be and do all that I can do for the people that I love, for the people who support me, for the people who have any ounce of faith or belief in me. I can't wait to start doing more and more and actually living up to my potential, you know. And I had to take a break to charge the batteries, and then they're popped back in. I'm good to go, you know. And I'm just fired up. And I just want to look back on this year and say that I actually did something instead of nothing at all, you know. I'm going to look back at this year and say that I busted my ass for this or that, or I got myself out of this mess or that mess, or I changed my mentality, or I changed my perspective. I want to look back and be proud of what I've done, and then when I'm moving away from myself, look at other people I care about, other content creator friends I have, other family members, you know, anybody, and also be proud of the growth that they've been going through as a person, and to see how they've changed, how their perspectives also changed, you know, and all that, and what they've done for themselves. I'm definitely excited to finish off this year strong, and then in 2020 look back at it with you guys on a future podcast, and then look back at it with my family, my friends, and just see where we all came from. You know, I think that 2020 for all of us, especially for those of us that want to change and do something great in life and live out our greatness, I feel like this year was a strong year of testing. But I feel like through that testing that we all went through, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever it is, whatever the testing was for you personally, I feel like that definitely was a stepping stone for each and every one of us. Like, this year was a stepping stone, you know. It was something that ultimately, the bad that did happen ultimately is going to lead towards the good that we possibly could do in the future, you know. And I think that's a good way to look at what's been going on this year. I know a lot of stuff that's happened outside the virus, you know, with politics or riots and all that, but moving away from that stuff, it's like now we can look back at it and say, like, what are we gonna do next year to better our lives and the people around us? And then if you want to move even further, our communities, our state, whatever it might be, you know. And it all takes effort, definitely. And I don't know, I'm just very excited. It's a very exciting times to live. There's a lot to live for, you know. There's a lot to still see, to still do, especially for me. And I'm really just excited to see where this roller coaster takes me. I mean, I have a pretty good idea, but like I said, even this year, stuff didn't go as planned. So next year, I'm still gonna have a solid plan. I'm gonna stay focused, and if stuff comes up, stuff will come up, you know. But ultimately, we have to shoot for something. We have to work hard towards something, and make sure that at the end of the day, whenever we reach that, whatever that might be, it's definitely bigger than ourselves. And I think that's what this year's definitely taught me, is stuff won't go to plan. But that's all right. And that's what I told myself during these couple of days I've been taken off of just a lot of stuff, you know. I've been telling myself that. And it definitely just made me think, made me humble, and it put me in a good state of mind, you know. Like, I shouldn't, how do I put this? I shouldn't hold myself up so high or boast about all these things I want to do within a year, you know, and expect it to go exactly as planned, you know. A lot of stuff can deter, and stuff can happen that'll totally throw me off. So I definitely have to be more humble about every single day that I do have, you know, and be humble that I even get to experience my day, because sadly there's people that didn't wake up today, and I did, you know. I definitely want to make sure that everything I'm doing, and I might use the word I, my, like me, all that a lot, I definitely don't want to sound selfish, sound prideful, arrogant, or anything like that when it comes to anything I want to do, you know. To be honest, I just want to help myself first, work on myself and everything, so that I can even be able to even have the slightest opportunity to help anybody else. And that's what I was just meditating on, you know. It's like when I talk to you guys, or I talk to friends or family, and I just think about myself for improvement, and I'm like, I want to help as many people as I can on my journey. And at the same time, I definitely want to help myself, so I can gain the experience and knowledge, so that I can help someone that might need any type of help, you know, any type of advice or courage or motivation. So that's been pretty important for me, and I think I've definitely matured a lot. Yeah, definitely matured a lot this year. And honestly, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be back. I'm definitely gonna give you guys a heads up next time I take another break. But I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to make another podcast, you know. I don't know why, I've been nervous about it or something. But I'm just happy to sit here, talk, you know. Hopefully you guys definitely take something out of anything that I've said. I know I rambled on a little bit. I know the main topic was supposed to be about why I took a break, but I like to take different avenues when I talk. But I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely hope if you guys want to talk, or if you guys need anything, definitely let me know in the comments and I could talk to you guys. I'd love to do that. I don't want to sit here and just make this video and then have no one talk. I definitely want to interact with you guys. So feel free to drop a comment. Definitely like it. It helps the video get out there. Share it, subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this. I think this was a good talk. And I definitely think that this is just interesting, and I hope that it helps someone, or maybe it might shift your perspective on 2020, or just help you guys in any positive way. I definitely hope you guys get something out of this. And with that said, thank you for listening to the Cosmic Heayman podcast, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. And stay tuned for that one. That one's going to be pretty good. Alright guys, Heayman out.